Hi, I'm Gregory Winston from Chicago, Illinois in the USA. This lesson is for week 5 of Introduction to Music Production at Coursera.org. I will be demonstrating the flanger and chorus modulated short delay effects. I will be using Cakewalk Sonar 6 in my home studio, describing how they function and what they are best used for. We will cover delay time, LFO, feedback, and the dry-wet sections. To begin with, I'm going to simulate a short delay by taking 5 seconds of white noise, which I've placed on 2 separate but identical tracks, and routed them to a single output. Let's take a listen while we observe it in the spectrum analyzer. Next, we are going to take one of the tracks and delay it by 8 milliseconds, and take another listen and observe it in the spectrum analyzer. As expected, we can see the familiar pattern of the notch filter form, and the harmonically placed notches begin to appear. Now we use this idea to understand the demonstration of the plugins. First, the flanger. I have 10 seconds of stereo noise with identical material on each channel. The delay time. I have set the delay time to 8 milliseconds, the same amount of delay shift that we just did mechanically. I am not using any LFO or feedback. I have the wet-dry mix set to 50% of each. That means that 50% of what is in the final mix is unprocessed signal, in other words dry, and 50% is processed, in other words wet. I am not using any modulation. We have now shown that the first part of our flanger effect is just a notch filter. Continuing, we are now going to use the LFO, the low frequency oscillator, to modulate the notches in this filter. Leaving the feedback alone for now, we are going to set the oscillator rate or frequency to 0.23 Hz and the depth or amplitude of the modulation to 7.18. Let's have a look and listen. And finally, we'll play with the feedback and just have a listen to the change. To explore the chorus, I have prepared a rhythmic solo vocal. Let's listen. That single voice is now going to be expanded by the chorus effect. This chorus takes the short delay idea and allows me to modify the delay time in 4 independent voices. Again, I have the modulation depth or amplitude and the modulation frequency for each voice independently. For my example here, I'm only taking the wet out, only the effect, and leaving all of the dry singing single voice out of the mix. Let's listen. This shows the chorus doing what it does best, taking a single sound event and turning it into a chorus. Once again, thank you for reviewing my work, and have a musical day.